As simply a bridging technology between conventional hybrids and emission-free vehicles, plug-in hybrids are typically based on existing platforms. Case in point. But the Prius Prime is much more than just a Prius with a bigger battery stuffed in it. In fact, it's a superior car in almost every way. Here's why. First and foremost are looks. One comes off as futuristic and forward-thinking, while the other looks like an origami spaceship. Yes, a car's appearance is largely subjective, but it doesn't take a keen eye for beauty to pick out the looker of this bunch. One of the key differences inside is, well, this. A vertically oriented 11.6-inch tablet-style display that serves as the primary control interface for media, navigation, and efficiency tools. It's fast, easy to use, but a bit difficult to see during daylight hours due to the matte finish. And unfortunately, the climate controls have been merged into the screen, making this infotainment system a bit more distracting than that of the standard Prius. But then it does look cool, and everyone knows looking cool is what driving a Prius is all about. Another cool yet somewhat less practical element is the rear seat, which features 2 seats and a multifunction center console in lieu of a traditional 3-passenger bench. This could be a slight drawback for those cross-shopping Prii, since the Prime's larger battery pack also brings about a 28% reduction in total cargo room. But when pitted against the Chevy Volt and its utterly useless middle seat, Prime gives up nothing on both the people and cargo hauling front. In fact, the Prime provides an agreeable amount of rear legroom, along with significantly more headroom than the Volt. All that said, we wouldn't be surprised to see Toyota relocate some of the Prime's electrical componentry to accommodate a 5th seat. We also hope a possible update to the rear quarters brings with it a few necessary ones to the front, like sun visors that extend to block the sun, a headliner that doesn't look like a cardboard drink carrier, and properly padded armrests. So how does the Prime differ from the standard Prius on the road? Not much, but there are a few nuances that play into the Prime's favor. For one, it utilizes a completely different suspension system that, despite the Prime's modest 77-pound weight penalty, imparts it with a more solid, hunkered-down feel on the highway, as well as a noticeably smoother ride. This redesigned suspension, combined with a low-mounted lithium-ion battery pack, enables the Prime to change direction just as quickly as the standard Prius. Road and wind noise suppression is a wash, though, clearly, engine noise suppression goes to the Prime for the first 22 miles. After which time the 1.8-liter gasoline engine kicks in to deliver an additional 620 miles of driving range while returning an EPA-estimated 55 mpg in the city and 53 mpg on the highway. Sure, roughly 25 miles of electric range isn't exactly revolutionary, but that's also the point. The Prius Prime's battery pack delivers just enough electric driving range to cover the daily commutes of most average Americans, assuming you're able to recharge at work. But that's also where the Prime really shines, recharging. Though it is compatible with a 240-volt Level 2 charger, the Prime's universal appeal derives from its more basic recharging process. Simply plug in the supplied charge cable to a traditional 3-prong outlet, and voila! 5.5 hours later, you've got a fully charged battery. No longer will you need to purchase an expensive 240-volt system for your home, or waste time driving around your office in search of a dedicated EV charging station. That's time that could be spent showing off to other Prius drivers.
Good for you! Thanks!
With Toyota's improving reputation for reliability and quality under its belt, not to mention rock-solid residual values and some of the lowest ownership costs in the industry, the Prius Prime is brimming with value even before factoring transaction prices into the equation. And the news gets even better when you do. Already an affordable buy at its $28,000 starting price, the Prius Prime qualifies for up to $4,500 in federal tax credits, along with up to $1,500 in state incentives, where available. In other words, the better driving, better looking, and more efficient Prius Prime checks in at least $2,000 less than the standard version. This enticing entry point also stacks up favorably against the competition, undercutting the Chevy Volt by nearly $3,000, the Ford Fusion Energy by $4,500, and the Hyundai Sonata plug-in by more than $7,000. So, what does the Prime offer for that price? Besides expected standards like Bluetooth, alloy wheels, and a backup camera, base models also include LED headlights, a 7-inch touchscreen with navigation, passive entry with push-button start, a smartphone-activated air conditioning system, this Ultra-Trek carbon fiber liftback, and Toyota's Safety Sense suite of active safety aids comprised of adaptive cruise control, lane departure prevention, automatic pre-collision braking, and automatic high beam control. Go all in with heated seats, a heated steering wheel, automatic headlight control, rain-sensing windshield wipers, an 8-way power driver's seat, blind spot monitoring with cross-traffic alert, and a larger 11.6-inch touchscreen media center linked to a 10-speaker premium audio system by JBL, and you're still looking at less than $30,000 for a fully loaded Prius Prime. The moral of the story here is that unless you actually prefer the styling of the standard Prius or have some bizarre moral objection to tax credits, the Prius Prime is the one to beat.